Living on purpose is to become aware that we were all created to serve some specific function in life. And based upon that conversation, I wanted to discuss some questions around purpose, because I feel like one of the biggest challenges that people have is they have this anxiety inside of them and they don't really understand where that anxiety is coming from. And I would say that one of the sources of that could be is that they're not living on purpose. So I wanted to have a conversation around that by asking 3 questions that I find that helps people discover purpose. What keeps you up with excitement at night? What keeps you up with excitement at night?
The possibilities. My business is real estate. But my business is also changing lives. So the next day could be anything I want it to be. It could be a day where I help someone find a house. It could be a day where I help people change their trajectory as far as their wealth. It could be a day where, someone loses their house. A day doesn't necessarily have to be a good day. And so it's the possibilities that keep me up at night, because I'm able to do so much with the reach that I have. And the team that I have. It's just one of those situations where I'm just like, anything could truly happen tomorrow. And when I go to sleep, when I eventually fall asleep, it's because I'm settled with the fact that whatever tomorrow is going to be, it's going to be. And I'm prepared for whatever is coming my way.
We started our relationship as coach-client.
Yes.
Right. And it's evolved a lot over the last 7 years. I have an understanding that in your current iteration of Johunna Redmond, there is purpose in building this super team. That's my term, not your term. All right.
But I'm not mad about that term.
Okay, very good. What's the tipping point for having that super team as your purpose?
So if you can recall, when you and I met, I was not in the best space, both financially, especially mentally or emotionally, physically as well. I just was not in the best space. And so seeing how you brought me back to life, essentially, it was one of those situations where I've never heard that I could have a superpower team. I never heard that, it could be one of those situations where I make my last name proud. Because when I first started in the business, I wasn't the Redmond Realty Group. I was Millennium Choice Properties. Totally different.
I didn't even know that.
You're not supposed to. It's fine.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was a different person then.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's news. That's breaking news. I didn't know anything like that.
Do not
at all.
That was a totally different space that I was in that place. And I just wanted to make my namesake proud. Like, I just wanted to make that name when you grow up, your parents are your superheroes. When you grow up, your parents are the ones that, show you the possibilities of this world. And, my mom was one of those people that showed me what a superhero actually was. So I just wanted it to be a situation where not only did I make her proud, but knowing, how my grandmother prophesied over me before I was born, I just wanted to make her proud as well. And so I never thought that could happen. I never thought past having maybe 2-3 people on a team at a time. But it's like, why put yourself in a position where you have to choose how you change someone's life? Why not change as many people's lives as you can instead of picking and choosing who that person is? Why not choose as many people as you can versus just a few? My mom said, I think you can do this. I think you could be a phenomenal real estate investor. Okay. All right, Mom, you said I can do it. It goes back to when you're a kid, you think you can do anything. Your dream is that I can do anything I put my mind to. And then to have, my mom speak that kind of life into me, like, oh yeah, girl, you can actually do it. I had no desire, no thoughts about real estate whatsoever until my mom decided one day she was going to turn on some HGTV show and look, and she still watches it today. Like, Johunna, you can do this. Not only do I know you can do it, you could be super successful at doing it because you have that kind of drive, that talent. And I know you could do it at a high level.
One of the things I would add to that with my mom is my mom never really, as an adult, as a child, no all the time. That's a separate conversation for a different day. Do you have a plan? Whenever I would mention something about something that I want to do you have a plan? And that ties to purpose, right? It's one thing for you to have purpose, right? And feel like that you have a calling, and yet nothing happens unless you have a plan and you take action. That's
Absolutely.
extremely important. Extremely important.